now entered a very rare group of people in this country. You're in the ranks of Charlie Manson, Ted Bundy. You claim you didn't commit these murders, but you're right in there now as far as everybody else is concerned.
Serial killers do on a small scale what governments do on a large one. They are a product of the times, and these are bloodthirsty times. Even psychopaths have emotions if you dig deep enough, but then again, maybe they don't.
Do you have emotions, Richard?
No comment.
Richard Ramirez, known as the Nightstalker, was an American serial killer. Ramirez spent over 2 years of his life raping and torturing over 25 victims and killing more than a dozen people. Most of these crimes were committed in the victims' California homes. Ramirez, the son of Mercedes and Julian Ramirez, was born in El Paso, Texas on February 28, 1960. Growing up, Richard was a troubled kid. A lot of this was due to his older cousin Mike, who had just returned from fighting in Vietnam. Ramirez's cousin would tell him gruesome stories and show pictures of the torture he would inflict upon Vietnamese women. Mike introduced drugs to Ramirez, which consequently resulted in Ramirez committing petty crimes to make money to buy his drugs. He also became a Satan worshiper. Because of this rebellion, Ramirez became alienated from his parents. The first serious crime that Ramirez was involved in was the murder of his cousin's wife. Although Mike was the one who murdered his own wife, Ramirez was there at the scene of the crime and didn't do anything to stop it. In 1977, Ramirez was sent to a juvenile detention center for a series of petty crimes. In addition, he was put on probation for marijuana possession in 1982. Soon after these two crimes, Ramirez moved to California and committed crimes such as burglary and possession of cocaine, as well as a car theft charge, which resulted in a jail sentence. On June 28, 1984, Ramirez committed his first murder. The 79-year-old victim was sexually assaulted, stabbed, and murdered in her own home. In just 1 year, Ramirez had murdered over a dozen people and tortured 25 more. After many delays, in 1989, Ramirez, aged 29, was sentenced to the conviction of 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. Ramirez was sentenced to die in the California's gas chamber. His remarks to this were, "Big deal. Death always went with the territory. See you in Disneyland." 24 years after this sentence, Ramirez had been on death row for more than 23 years. Ramirez died from B-cell lymphoma at the age of 53 on June 7, 2000.
13.
Tell me what kind of emotions you got going through you right now.
I'll tell you what, I gave up on love and happiness a long time ago.
Why?
I don't care to explain that.
Somebody-
Let the quote stand for itself. People in this day and age are brainwashed and programmed like a computer at being nothing more than puppets. This nation, this country is founded in violence. Violent delights tend to have violent ends. Madness is something rare in individuals, but in groups, people, and ages, it is a rule. Killing is killing, whether done for duty, profit, or fun. Men murdered themselves into this democracy.
You're good at reading your script, Richard, but you're not much at answering my direct questions. A lot was made that you're a devil worshiper. Do you worship the devil? Have you ever studied Satanism?
There are different sects of Satanism.
Have you studied, just yes or no, have you studied Satanism?
Yes, I have.
Are you a worshiper of the devil?
No comment.
Come on, Richard.
I can tell you a little bit about Satanism.
Well, I'm interested in hearing what you got to say then.
It is undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit. It is power without charity. A Satanist admits to being evil.
Do you admit to being evil, Richard?
We are all evil in some form or another, are we not?
I'm asking you the questions, my friend.
Yes, I am evil. Not 100%, but I am evil. Evil has always existed. The perfect world most people seek shall never come to pass, and it's going to get worse. The great epochs of our life is when we gain the courage to rebaptize our evil qualities as being our best qualities.